Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Winners Ways podcast. This is where we talk about your career, your money, and we give you life motivation to help you to excel in life. Today's segment is on questions that I often get from my connections on social media. This is the time that I go over some of those questions and I explain my views or my thoughts so that you can learn from me as well. So if you are yet to connect with me, you can search me up on social media. Let's connect on Instagram. My name is I am Bola Halabi. So check me out on Instagram and join thousands of others connection that I have in there. The question that I will be going over today is, how do I choose my career? So that's a question I got from one of my contacts, and he wanted to know, what does he need to know in order to choose a career? So without knowing all the details about this fellow, I don't know their stage in life. I don't know whether this person is a college student trying to figure out what they want to do in life. I don't know if he or she is an entry-level job applicant. Maybe it's just he has graduated from college and is trying to join the workforce. Or if he's in the mid-level in terms of career progression, and this fellow is looking to make some progress or maybe have some career shift. Or maybe this person is at a later stage of their career and he just want to start something new. So I don't know all these details, but I'm going to take a broad approach to answer this question. And depending on where you are in life regarding your career situation, you will find it beneficial. So without further ado, let's go into today's section. Ask Bola, how do I choose my career? So before I go into answering that question, we all know that our career is an integral part of our lives. If you think about it carefully, you will realize that you spend most of your waking hours at work. For example, out of 7 days in the week, most people you work for 5 days at least. Some even work on Saturday. And you spend anything from 8 hours to 10 hours every day at work if you had transportation. Some even spend up to 12 hours at work every day. For example, if you consider the doctors, they work 12-hour shifts at the hospital taking care of their patients. Yeah, I know they also get some time to rest, but what I'm saying is that our work, our career plays a huge role in our lives, and getting it right is very, very important. For most people, they earn their income from their career. That is, it is their career that take care of everything that they need. Their house, their food, their car, and all the necessities of life. You will notice that your career dictates who you are and who you will be. Since you spend more of your time working with your colleagues, consciously or unconsciously, they will influence who you are going to be. For example, doctors move together. As such, they plan together. They most often see things exactly the same way. Engineers too, they think alike. Cops, they have more cops friends, and so on. So the people you work with, the people you associate with, they somehow have an influence on your outlook in life. So considering the fact that our career plays such a crucial role in our lives, Choosing the right career is therefore very important. So I'm going to go into that question by sharing 7 things to consider when choosing a career. So, number 1, that career of yours should provide reasonable and reliable source of income. Yeah, I know it is true that I tell people to do what they enjoy. Yes, do what you love and love what you do. But it is super crucial that your career must be able to sustain your standard of living. Yes, it must give you a good life that you desire. Or what good is a career that will not provide your basic needs of life? Let me give you an example. Let's say you live in a house. Maybe your rent is about $1,000 and you are only earning $1,000 salary from your job. You are going to be in trouble because how would you pay your bills? How will you pay for food? You can only pay your rent with your salary. So that type of job will not give you a reasonable income. So that's what I mean. So before going into any career, the first step is to do your research and ensure that such career will provide a good source of income depending on what you want in life. Some are content with making $50,000 every year. Meanwhile, some other people need as much as $200,000. Depending again on your stage in life, where you live, what you want, your desire, your taste, all these factors plays a huge role. And that income must be reliable. What I mean by that is that it has to be secure. You have to be able to work and get your salary at the end of each month. I have a couple of friends that when they work, they don't get paid immediately. They sometimes have to wait for another 2 or 3 months before they can get paid. So that's not so reliable. And sometimes they don't even get paid. So you have to be careful. So the first thing is, when you are considering a career, ask yourself, this job, will it provide a reasonable, that's depending on what I want, and reliable source of income? Reliability is also about what are the outlook for that particular job. Don't go and start a career in a dying industry. And I'm going to talk more about that later in this episode. So the number 1 thing that you must ask is, this career, you got to make sure that it provides a reasonable and reliable source of income. Number 2, what are the numbers of job opportunities available? This is you trying to find out whether the industry is growing or declining. The reasonable thing to consider here is the number of job opportunities available in the market. Again, you need to do your research. And I did a little bit. If you live in the United States, at least, if you go on the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, according to them, professions such as word processors, typists, travel agents, and nuclear power reactors operators, those jobs are in decline. Think about it. When was the last time you saw an ad for a job looking for a typist? An average individual now should be able to use the keyboard and type. That's almost like nothing today. So if you are going to consider any career, you shouldn't go and say, oh, I want to become a typist, because almost everyone can do that job. I'm not going to need any typist to perform all my word processing or typing or writing a technical proposal, for example. No, I'll type it out myself. So you have to watch out for those declining jobs and don't start your career in them. But still on the same website, Bureau of Labor Statistics, they said professions such as registered nurses, home health professionals, data scientists, project managers, those careers are in high demand. So if you want to consider such job, that will give you some safety, some guarantee that your career can last for a while. If you don't want to get stuck looking for job opportunities, therefore, you should do yourself a favor by researching jobs that are in high demand. It also makes sense to understand the trends and know that technology will continue to disrupt our ways of life. As technology keeps disrupting our ways of life, it's going to also impact our career options and choices. For example, EV, that's electric vehicle, is trending now. More people and government agencies are shifting towards EV. And of course, this is because of the environment. So fossil fuel vehicle will go into decline because more people will be buying EVs. And that's why today Tesla, a company that is just about 20 years old, has a higher market capitalization than GM, a company that is over 100 years. Even though GM sells more cars than Tesla, but more people are buying into EVs today. Digital prints are disrupting newspaper companies. So watch out. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to start my career in a newspaper company, because more people read online today. ATMs, we all love it. We all enjoy the convenience of just driving to a bank without actually stepping into the banking hall, because ATMs are disrupting the jobs of bank cashiers. So if you want to consider a career as a bank teller, you should know that ATMs will keep disrupting your jobs. Your job will not be secure. E-commerce platforms such as Amazon, Shopify, they are disrupting the traditional brick and mortar stores. Many of us will now enjoy the convenience of just sitting back in our homes and buying stuff online. And that's the consequence. So the second thing is, what are the job opportunities available in this industry? Is it a growing industry or is the industry in decline? So you got to watch out for that. Number 3, what are your interests? I cannot overemphasize the fact that our career plays such a crucial and critical role in our lives. And therefore, it means that whatever you want to do, you must have some interest and you must also be passionate about it. If you do not have any interest in what you do, it will be extremely difficult, almost impossible for you to achieve success in such a career. This is because you will not be able to contribute at your best. Your creativity to solve problems will be at minimum. You will not get up in the morning and want to, hey, let me get to work and do everything I can to solve problems. You are probably just going to go to that work just because you need to get your salary and you need to pay your bills. There's no way you'll be fulfilled that way. There is no way you'll be happy in that job. So ask yourself, what are your interests? What are your hobbies? The way to think about this is, do you enjoy working in a fast-paced environment? So the job that you are going to apply to, what kind of company are you going to go? Do you enjoy an office environment, or you prefer to travel and go to customer sites? It will kill some people to sit behind desk for 8 hours every day. That's not their makeup. That's not who they are. Meanwhile, some people, they'll be shy to go out and meet customers and sell products. So you have to know yourself. Do you enjoy working with people, or do you prefer to work alone? Do you like analyzing data, or you are the hands-on guy? You need to know your interest and find careers that match your interest. And that's the way you'll be able to enjoy that job. The number 4 thing that you need to ask yourself is, what are your skills? Your skills are what will help you to perform on the job. If you do not have the required skills to perform the job, you will struggle on the job. The good news here is that you can always learn and acquire new skills. Technology has made it a lot easier these days to pick up any new skills. There are several platforms where you can go so that you can learn something new. Udemy, Skillshare, even LinkedIn, they have training packages right now that anyone can maybe subscribe to, and you can learn something new. You can also pick up new skills through on-the-job training. And I've used this in my career as well. Let's say you are currently working in an organization and you are considering a move to another department within the organization. You can position yourself for success by engaging with the people in the department that you want to move to and asking them, volunteering your time to help them out so that you can pick some skills and build your competencies around the job that they do in that department. And guess what? When the opportunities open up, they will consider you because you have already started working with them. You know what they do. They will find it easier to give you that position. Hey, just a bonus point here. It's always a great idea to add your skills to your resume. So make sure all those tools that you can use, if you are proficient in SAP, Oracle, Salesforce, project management, communication skills, add them as your skills on your resume. So that's number 4. What are your skills? Number 5. What are your strengths? People struggle when they don't play to their strengths. It is not every job that you will be able to perform at your best. We perform at our best when we do what we enjoy and when we focus on our areas of strength. Your strengths are those qualities that come naturally to you without any struggle. The way to go about this is to consider the career and ask yourself if your strength aligns with what is required to perform that role. An example, if you want to be an accountant, you must enjoy working with numbers. If you don't, then don't consider a career in accounting. If you want to become a doctor, you must enjoy studying and researching, and you must be empathetic to your patient. If that's not you, then maybe you shouldn't become a doctor. If you want to be a lawyer, you must be able to talk and present logical arguments to support your client. If talking is not your strength, then don't be a lawyer. The message is, for any career you want to go into, you got to do yourself a favor. Find out what is required to be successful in such career. If they align with your strength, then that career may be a good fit for you. If not, you should consider some other career. So that's number 5. Ask yourself, what are your strengths? Number 6, what education do I need? Most careers have their minimum educational requirements. I once have a colleague who graduated as a chemical engineer, and we started working together. But this friend of mine soon found out that he does not really enjoy his life as an engineer. He had no interest in experimenting, troubleshooting, all this production operation stuff that we do. This friend did the right thing. He went back to school to obtain a law degree. Today, he is a thriving patent attorney. He did not apply for the patent position with his engineering degree. He would have failed miserably. Of course, he did not even have the minimum education requirement. Rather, he found out the education requirement for a patent attorney and he got the degree. Then he applied for the job. So before you turn in the application, before you consider the career, ask yourself, do you meet the minimum education requirement? So that's number 6. What education do I need? Number 7, what are my career goals? This is the final one. This is you thinking about the future. On average, we can have between 30 to 40 years in our career. It is reasonable to ask, where do you want to be in 20 or 30 years? And when you are considering a career, you should also project 20 or 30 years into the future and check out what is the highest position that you can get to by following that career path. And you should ask yourself, what is your ultimate goal for starting that career? With that career, will it help you to accomplish your goal? I'll give you an example. I have a doctor friend. He's working with a hospital right now, supporting other doctors. But his ultimate goal is to establish his own practice. So he has a goal. He knows what he wants to do, but he just needs to take his time initially to learn and develop the necessary competencies before he can establish his private practice. So you need to know, what are your goals? What do you want to become? And it's okay if you just want to grow in that career, maybe become a senior manager or maybe CEO someday. You need to establish your career goal. The way to make it easy is to link up with people who have been in that career line and get some insight from them on how to navigate your path. And you should always ask yourself, will this career help you to reach your goal? And that's where I'm heading. I shared 7 questions you need to ask yourself when you are about to start your career. Your career is a crucial piece of your life. Through your career, you get to meet and connect with other people. You get to solve problems in the world. You spend a significant part of your life working. So make sure you enjoy the career and also that the career will serve you and help you to attain the standard of life you desire. And that's where I'm heading today. This is Bola Halabi. Thank you for listening. Till next time again.